Hello, welcome to Arsenal Match TV. My name is Tops, and today I'm going to be talking about Arsenal versus Chelsea, the first Arsenal Match TV of 2018. Want to wish everyone a happy new year, but let's get to the game. And this game was absolutely manic. Everything happened. It was a crazy, crazy game. Chances galore, first half, second half. Starting with Morata, literally Chambers made a mistake, thought Czech was going to come out for the ball, and Morata was clean through on goal, 1-on-1. Could have picked his spot, had all the time, space in the world, opened up his body and he hit it wide. It was a very, very poor finish from the striker. Literally should have scored. We got let off massively. Poor defending by Chambers, and Morata should have punished us, but he hit it wide. And then also we went up the other end and it was Sanchez. He had a nice little 1-2 with Ozil, and his shot hit the post and then hit the other post and then crawled onto the line. But it was a fantastic save by Courtois onto the post. And I do have to say, both keepers in this game were absolutely brilliant as well. Saves galore from both of them. Courtois made another good save where Lacazette, he actually turned Gary Cahill and he had a shot low down, which Courtois saved again. But I've got to say the top performance in these first half for Arsenal was Mesut Ozil. He was absolutely brilliant. One of the best games I've seen him play in terms of against a big team, especially at home as well. Absolutely tremendous. I think Bakayoko definitely didn't know how to stop him. He was just running in behind. He was running into those lines where you see players like David Silva run into Coutinho as well, and he was just getting so much time and space and creating everything in terms of going forward. I thought Maitland-Niles, he was brilliant as well, playing out of position. I thought going forward he was good, and defensively he was very, very solid as well. Also Sanchez, I thought he was good too. Lacazette had decent link-up play, and then as I said, going forward we were great, but just in terms of defensively, it was literally like the Liverpool game. We were so open. Chelsea had their chances as well. Hazard, we looked scared of him, literally. He was always a threat, always dangerous. He was probably their version of Ozil to us because we were scared of even touching him. Wilshere got booked on with a foul on Fabregas. So yeah, it was kind of a tasty game. Tackles were flying in. Both teams definitely wanted to win the game. Fabregas had a shot that was just went over after some nice play from Hazard, and he backheeled it. He must have backheeled the ball about 2 or 3 times in this game. He was definitely on point, on par. Hazard definitely up for this game. And that was a chance again for Chelsea. Bakayoko again, and Czech literally just pushed it up. Kind of reminded me of the Firmino goal. I was thinking, please don't creep in, but luckily for us, he went over the bar. So yeah, as you can tell, a couple of chances from either team. But it was actually 0-0 at half time. Second half, it was kind of more of the same, really. Morata, he had a glorious chance to make it 1-0 again. Another 1-on-1, actually. I don't know how somehow he missed it. I think he was battling with Chambers, managed to shrug him off, and he had a shot that I think hit the side netting or whatever. But yeah, it managed to beat Arsenal. Also, Lacazette, he had a good chance as well. Just remembered, played through, and Courtois made another fantastic save to deny him a goal in this game. As you said, end-to-end stuff. Literally, both teams could have scored. Don't know how it stayed 0-0 for so long. But it was Arsenal that actually made a breakthrough in the end. But before we get to that, there was an actual controversial decision because Jack Wilshere, he was already on yellow card, and he seemed to invite a tackle on, I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been Zabacosta or Alonso, one of the players, or Christensen. I think that was him. And he actually, I think he dived. Let's just call a spade a spade. He dived. He engaged with the contact. He left his leg out, and luckily for us, the referee didn't see it. Yeah, it was a lucky thing he didn't, because he would have had another second yellow and it would have been off. And coincidentally, it's him that actually scores the first goal. It was good from a corner. Good play from Arsenal, and Holding, he fed it into the likes of Jack Wilshere, who was making a run, and I think Morata actually flicked it onto Jack Wilshere. I think Kante was going to intercept it, but he couldn't because Morata had a touch, and Jack Wilshere just lashed the ball in, absolutely powered it into the roof of the net, top corner to make it 1-0. Fantastic finish. Definitely need to score more goals, but we were lucky that he scored it because he shouldn't have been on the pitch. Our home hands up. Referee got that one wrong. He definitely should have been sent off if the referee would have seen that he dived. But we ended up making it 1-0. But the lead didn't last long, as always with Arsenal. And we concede yet another penalty. Now, there's been kind of a controversial thought on this penalty. Some people think it isn't. Some people think it was. For me, when the penalty was awarded, I just thought, Bellerin, you idiot. Why did you give an opportunity for the ref to even blow his whistle? Looking back on the replay, you can clearly see he doesn't get the ball. Don't get me wrong, it looks a bit soft. Hazard makes the most of it, but every player in this day and age is going to make the most of any kind of contact. Bellerin doesn't get the ball, that's a fact. He doesn't get any of the ball. Is it enough for Hazard to roll around holding his shin? Nah, it's not. But the referee bought it, and it's a penalty. And I think this one's different. I know I was complaining about the Mike Dean one in the West Brom, but I think Chambers had literally, he couldn't do anything. He was running, and Gibbs just literally kicked the ball at him. So for me, that's a terrible referee decision. But with this one, Bellerin's actually given the referee a job to do by just going, Hazard, it was in our box, but he wasn't going towards the goal. He was going backwards. And he's just given the referee a choice to make, and obviously he's given the penalty. We all know Czech doesn't save penalties, so you should have just, put the ball back to the centre circle to make it 1-1. And Hazard finished it off, scoring, making it 1-1. And I'm like, oh, God, okay, we need to get back in this game. We really need to get back into this game. We had a couple of over half chances. Maitland-Niles was getting down that left wing quite frequently. Ozil, again, was trying to find space, trying to create chances. And then we take Lacazette off. And I think it just, drained the crowd because we were like, oh, my God, why is he taking Lacazette off again? It's 1-1. We need a goal. Top scorer. And he's taking him off for Danny Welbeck. And then soon after that, it's 2-1 to Chelsea. Poor defending again. The ball goes to, I think, Zabacosta, who puts in a delicious, beautiful ball into the likes of Alonso, who, escapes his marker. Fantastic finish by him. The pace beats Czech. He had no chance. And it was poor defending by Mustafi, Chambers and Holding. And it was similar to the goal that, I don't know if you remember, that Coutinho scored, I think, last season when Chambers and Holding started. It's just a little bit of, slight bit of movement into the box and that, using the pace of the ball into the back of the net. And the pace is past Czech before he can even dive. And it's 2-1 to Chelsea. This is probably the 82nd, 83rd minute. And I'm like, oh, these guys bottled it. Literally 1-0 up, 2-1 down. Same old at home as well. But I'll give credit where it's due. They actually did come back. They put everybody on. Welbeck was already on for Lacazette, and then they put Theo on for Chambers. And we did put the pressure on, and it actually told because, of all people, Hector Bellerin, I was cussing him off earlier, but Hector Bellerin actually scored the equalising goal. Fantastic finish, kind of like a half volley into the back of the net, and it's the best actual technical shot I've ever seen him have, to be honest with you, because normally, you know me, I'm on Bellerin hard about his technical ability. His crossing, passing normally is off, but fair play to him. He actually buried it into the back of the net. Couture had no chance. And I'm thinking, okay, we've managed to get a draw here, but this defending, man, it's got to stop. Somehow, before even the celebrations could even stop, Morata's through on our goal again, 1-on-1. This is the third 1-on-1 in the game. Lucky for us, he bottled it. I mean, I got to shout out to my Chelsea friend, one of my boys. He told me before the game that Morata, with his feet, is absolutely pony. He's not great. He's not a great finisher in terms of his feet. Fantastic in the air, but, in terms of missing chances, he does miss quite a lot. And in this game, he missed 3 golden opportunities. He should have had a hat-trick. He had 3 literally 1-on-1s, hit straight out Petr Cech, and then Zabacosta had a fantastic effort. Bounced off to the bar. So lucky. We didn't lose in the end again, even though we just scored an equaliser in the 92nd minute. We could have conceded a last minute goal in the 93rd, 94th. But it ended 2-2 in terms of overall. Mad game. I think a draw is a fair result, but some of our defending was awful. As well as Chelsea's, to be fair, some of their defending weren't great. I thought going forward we would look decent, but some of our defending was so amateurish. Literally a kick over the top and they're in. I mean, to allow someone like Morata 3 1-on-1s and we're at home is not good enough, man, for me. But we somehow get the draw. Fair result in the end for me, and we just have to move on now. Yeah, you always get an entertaining game at the Emirates, I guess. But move on to the Nottingham Forest game in the FA Cup on Sunday. But yeah, that's been my review. Manic game, had everything, goals, shots, saved, everything that you can even think of. But ended or even or square as well. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the game. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you thought of the game. My name's been Tops. Happy New Year, everyone. Come on, you Gunners.